And welcome back. Time once again for our weekly visit to the Dubois County Humane Society. And our guest this week, sitting in for Linda Davis once again, is Brenda Neukam. And Brenda, this week we have one big tabby, and this is Snowball. Tell us about
Snowball is a ragdoll cat, and the ragdoll cat is the second largest breed. The males can get up to 25 pounds. Snowball is now at 20 pounds. When he came to us, he was abused. There are other ways to abuse an animal besides hitting them. He was overweight and took 3 or 4 steps and then laid down, and took 3 or 4 steps and laid down. Borderline diabetic, but he is now as extremely healthy as he's been in a long time. He's lost 9 pounds, and he is still on a restricted diet, but we are slowly weaning him off of the prescription food onto just a lean food that can be purchased over the shelf. Ragdoll kitty is feline, is noted for when you pick them up, they become very limp like a rag doll. So that's how they got their name. But Snowball is a wonderful cat. I've actually fostered him at my house to help him with his weight loss. We had another kitty that we called Tessa the Trainer. She was quite aggressive with him, and they chased each other up and down all the levels of the house, which helped him with his weight loss. But he was kind of, like I said, withdrawn, and had been somewhat abused, and just was not well. But he's as wonderful as you can get as far as a cat. He doesn't get under your feet like most cats do as far as a tripping hazard or things of that sort. They sometimes want to rub up against you and kind of be under your feet a little too much. But he's, like I said, we have fostered him for almost 3 months, and he is looking for a home. The only thing he actually requires is a extra large litter box. So
needless to say,
he doesn't mess in the house if you give him a large enough litter box. He's really wonderful. Just doesn't require a whole lot of attention, but if you want to love on him, he loves that too. So it's just shedding. All animals shed. Everybody says, "Oh, it's a long-haired cat. It's going to shed like crazy. I don't want it." I have a burgundy rug in my living room, and I vacuum once a week, and we really don't have an excessive amount of hair. I do brush him once a week, so he enjoys that, and he's just really, as you can see, just really laid back and not a really excited, high energy cat. It'd be great for an older person with the Pets for Purina program coming up for the seniors. Would be an ideal time to get a cat for an older person. If you know someone that needs a cat or that could use some company, that's the best part about having an animal when you're older, is the company, because you can only be there so much for them, and then when they're alone, except for their animals.
And of course, as you already touched upon a little bit, I was going to ask you to kind of fill us in a little more. This month is your Pets for Seniors program.
It starts up this month. I believe it is through Purina, and if you qualify 65 or 62 or older, I believe you'll have to call in and inquire about that. I work in the back a lot more than I do in the office. But they do pay for the actual fee for adoption, and helps the person that's on a limited income also have an affordable pet. So at that point, they're spayed, they're neutered, they're had their shots, and they're ready to go. So from there on, all you will have to provide for them is, of course, food and litter, but eliminates the actual, the adoption fee. So it's a wonderful program. Like I said, the last time we ran it, we did get a lot of our senior animals adopted, and just is a really great way to get them hooked up with older folks and get them a home too, as far as a good match. It's a good fit, and we talked about that last week. We just want to make sure that the animals have a good fit, because if it's not good for the animal, it's not good for the person. The more you pay attention to them, the more you understand them, the more they become part of the family.
Okay. And of course, there's a lot of different programs. You touched upon it also a little bit about the weight loss program that you had for Snowball here, the exercise, things like that. And that's just an example of a lot of the care and so forth that the animals and pets here at Humane Society go through before they're ready for adoption.
Yeah, as I spoke last week, we have a foster program where we most of the time it's actually members of the shelter or people that are volunteering at the shelter, so we're aware of the needs of the animals. But we'll take the pets home and try to get them a little more potty trained because of the that's what people really like, is to have an animal that's potty trained, leash trained, well behaved, and then they're people ready is what we call them. So they're ready to go when you get them. And because we are a smaller shelter, I think they get a little more TLC as far as your larger shelters. It's just not, you know, they just don't have the time, and it's a wonderful thing that they are ready to go, and I just think it makes them better pets as far as the all around great comments.
That's right. And of course, information on Snowball and the other fine animals available here at the Dubois County Humane Society. It can be found on their website at duboiscountyhumane.org, or of course on their website, also on petfinder.com, and also you know, Facebook. Thank you. I keep forgetting to mention Facebook. Yeah. As big as Facebook is these days, you can also like them on Facebook, as Brenda mentioned. But also their phone number is 482-7387, in which you could call during their adoption hours, which is tomorrow from 4:30 to 6:30 on Wednesday tomorrow, as well as Saturdays from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. Now, during that time, as Brenda mentioned, the Pets for Seniors program is one of many programs that you can inquire about by giving us a call during those adoption hours as well too. So best of luck to Snowball, looking fine and so forth. And thank you very much once again for stepping in this week, Brenda. So thanks a lot for watching. Weather is next.